1FM, you're inside the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones, a.k.a. Mr. Important, if you don't know me, then you don't know anybody. And I have a guest on the line, and she's made the transition from male to female, and she's here to tell her story on what it was like growing up, you know, feeling like she was trapped in the wrong body. Ladies and gentlemen, GLAMoURPURfEk. GLAMoURPURfEk, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. First off, let me thank you so much for calling in.
Mm-hmm.
And,
anytime.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. What was it like growing up as a child for you?
Well, growing up as a child for me was, I would say, pretty difficult. Feeling like I was trapped in the wrong body, and worrying about society and everyone and peers around you that felt like things should have been a certain way, but knowing that I felt another way. So it was basically, at a young age, living a double life, going to school or being around friends, acting a certain way, and, coming back home and acting another way. So,
right.
Yeah.
Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama.
Around what age did you feel like that, like you was trapped? What age was that for you?
Oh, very young, I would say. Maybe at the age of fourth grade. So if I was in the fourth grade, age about 9, 10, I'm guessing.
Right.
Young.
Now, did you feel like, you was doing something wrong? Or did it feel wrong to you? I mean, what was it like?
It didn't feel wrong until, you get older and you hear, that it's supposedly wrong. So, yes, then I began to feel like it was wrong, and I would pray and cry to God and ask Him to, let me be the way the world wants me to be, and God, please let me like girls, and God, please let me just be, the way that it should be. And so going through that and now being older and able to analyze that and realize that this just was me. This is just how I was born, and I could never fight that,
When you was coming up, was there ever a time when you said, you know what, I'm going to try to live the way society wants me to live? Have you ever dated a girl?
I've dated girls, but I've never been sexual with a girl. I wanted a girlfriend, but, like I said, once again, getting older and being able to analyze the situation, I realized that I just liked everything about a girl. I love to be around pretty girls, long hair, makeup, and the lip gloss and all that stuff. So I just liked that. I liked to be around that, and I was, learning. But, I did have a girlfriend, and I wanted it to seem normal, but I just still flirted with boys at the same time. On the inside, I still liked men.
Now, I guess that would be kind of when you flirted with guys, how did they take it? Were they like, oh man, get out of here, da, da, da? How did that come across when you flirted with guys?
Because I wouldn't say I really acted upon it as a young age. Like, maybe I would play with boys and, play hide and seek and all the little, sneaky stuff that kids do at that age. But other than that, being in school, they would probably, make their jokes and say something like, oh, you're gay, this and that. And I'll be like, sure is. Let me see that girl. Let me grab that or something. So I would play along with it. But other than that, I never really would say I acted on being sexual or nothing like that with the guy, because I didn't do anything till after high school. So
now, what do you say to people who says, God doesn't make mistakes, you were born a male, you should stay a male? What do you say to people who have that kind of remark?
Well, I would say to people that have that remark is that they're totally wrong, because honestly, I felt like that too. Like, I remember being, about 18, feeling like, and I would see drag queens and stuff like that, and I would be like, I would never do that. But there's a difference in like drag queens and transgender and all that. So what I would see is these tall, big, drastic makeup, masculine sounding men, and it was scary, and
right.
I was like, I would never do that, versus transgender women who just are like regular women, soft makeup, just feminine voices and living their lives as that, it's totally different. But growing up, I did feel like it was a choice, and I felt like it was a choice because I feel like I chose to put the hair extension, or I chose to put the makeup on, or I chose to do that. So for me, being brainwashed and with feeling that way, I did feel like that until I got older and, like I said, was able to analyze it didn't realize that this is how people are born. You know, they are really people that are born in the wrong bodies. Like my best friend would tell me all the time that I'm more feminine than her, you know, and she would tell me that you're born in the wrong body, like literally. Even my mom would say, you know, and this was in a time where, you know, the ultrasounds and all that wasn't a big deal. Like people were waiting until they were born, the kids were born and have, you know, find out what they're having, or they went by the signs like, oh, if your belly's round or if your belly's square or if the kid's acting rowdy or if the kid is acting really calm, you know. So from what my mom even told me was she didn't find out what I was until I was born. She said she had a baby shower for a girl. Everyone said that, oh, your belly's round and your baby's really calm, but this is a girl, you know, literally. She wanted a girl. She prayed. And she said when I was born, they said, nope, it's a boy. And she said she cried, you know. So even going back to that story and all of that, I feel like it was, you know, there's no mistake. This is just how I was born, you know.
Well, keep it locked in right here. We're going to come back with more of Miss GLAMoURPURfEk. Let's get into some music right now. It's 99.1 FM. You're inside the Power Hour.